It's the right Rican, and these fact check stories, these different fact checkers, it's so annoying. I mean, I'm on a you're gonna see here. This is one of the worst ones. Um, it goes. Is this the one of the worst ones? No. Okay. Fact check: Biden administration is not funding crack pipes, heroin for drug use. Um, the Snopes one. Did Biden administration fund crack pipes to advance racial equity? It's kind of, just the way they get away with some of this stuff. They'll be like, did Trump eat vanilla ice cream? Or they'll be like, did Trump eat ice cream? False. And it's like, no, I had it right. Trump didn't not eat ice cream. It's false. It was chocolate ice cream. So it's mostly false. And it's like, oh, are you serious? So I mean, there's a bunch of stories that came out here with so you have Snopes and lead stories here. I mean, look, I'm not even going to use the number. Not, I mean, I have articles here from Bongino that talks about Snope hilariously attempts to fact check Biden administration crack pipe giveaway story. Daily Wire here. Snopes determines everything correct about Biden administration distributing crack pipes, still labels it mostly false. And I mean, it's not an American paper. It's not even a white right-leaning paper. It's Daily Mail. But it goes here, Biden administration denies programs that hand out crack pipes to whatever. And it goes here, I want to show this person that I follow on Instagram and Facebook. She put up this hilarious video.
I'm going to show you guys how the media is covering up for Joe Biden. So all of these headlines have been released saying, no, Biden is not giving out crack pipes. So let's look at the actual document from the White House. According to Section 3 of required activities, grant applicants are required to purchase such supplies as safe smoking kits. According to Harm Reduction Center, safer smoking kits include stems for crack and pipes for meth, aka crack pipes. This is far from right-wing misinformation, and unless they're going to add some language that the safer smoking kits cannot include crack pipes, as of right now, the way the document's written, it can include crack pipes.
So, I mean, this is what goes on. This is what passes for fact checks. When it's actually, they want to say it's, it's right wing, it's Republican lies, and this is left wing spin. That's what the fact checkers do. They don't fact check anything. They spin it. So like that, you could, let's say your friends on the left that don't actually read both sides, they'll go and pull up lead stories, they'll pull up Snopes and goes, oh, you see these people, they're full of it. But they won't look, they won't look into what this what the lady on Instagram shared, where she showed you the section where it was in, she showed you what those safer smoking kits include, where Jen Psaki was trying to play herself saying that, oh, it's chapstick and alcohol swabs, leaving out the pipes and the stems. So, but like I said, this is what goes on. There's nothing new to us on the right that we see this stuff. It's the people who don't have open minds. I saw something. What was it that I was watching in the news the other day that I was just like, man, I was watching something, I forgot what it was, but they were talking when they were saying something, I think it was about the mask stuff, and they were like, that's what it was. It was when they were talking about the mask, and they said, oh, well, states like California and New York and Pennsylvania and Delaware, they're um not they're restricting easing restrictions because of they're following the science. Okay. When the CDC hasn't changed anything, but it's just they have to spin it for the Democrats. That's what these news. If they, that's what I'm talking about when you watching the news and you have to see the way they report things. You know, when it was DeSantis doing it, when it's Florida doing it, when it's Georgia, Virginia, when it's Republican states and governors, oh, it's oh, and political. It's political, but now it's follow the science, even though, like I said, CDC hasn't changed anything yet. But that's what I said. That is how they frame things in order to get people who won't go the extra step to read for themselves. They'll just, see what CNN says and take it as gospel. And it's like, oh yeah, this is true. They wouldn't lie to me. And it's like they lie to you all the time. They spin it for the Democrats. It's not nothing new. This is what passes for news. Like I said, I've talked about this with people have had on the channel where I've said stuff like, yeah, they'll go, well, as the California wildfires rage on, we're going to because of climate change. And it's like, okay, the news is the wildfire. The opinion is saying that it's because of climate change. And that's how they, get people to believe, oh yeah, it's climate change because the news said it was climate change. But that's an opinion. That's not a fact. And that's how they pass, the whole climate change, the anthropomorphic climate change. Because they'll say it's they'll say, oh, because it's always on the news, oh, there's a consensus and blah 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 blah. And it's like, it's still an opinion. It may be an opinion that's widely accepted, but it's still an opinion. But this is what passes for news. This is what passes for fact checking. And us on the right, it drives us nuts because we see both sides. There's studies that show people on the right consume more left-wing news than people on the left consume right-wing news. And it's not even close. It's like people on the right get 40%, anywhere between like 25 to 40% of their news from left-wing sources, while people on the left get right-wing only maybe like 5 to 10% of their news from right-leaning sources. But this is how they keep us. This is how they divide and conquer. This is how we're put. We're divided. That's what's dividing this country. That's causing the division because they feed into the division because it gives them ratings. And you could say the same thing about Fox News, and say, oh yeah, they do that because they want ratings. No, same thing goes on both sides of the news. Well, that's when CNN, hopefully maybe CNN goes back to the way they used to be. They used to have both left and right wing news personalities. You had like back in the day, you had Glenn Beck on CNN. You had Lou Dobbs on CNN. So you've had right leaning sources on CNN. Just they've gone far left. Hopefully, the new ownership comes in and cleans this up. So like that, we can have a balanced news network, that one that's not completely right and completely left, one that's actually balanced. It'd be nice to see. Well, I'm not holding my breath. I'm gonna leave it there. Got a lot of stuff to prepare for Sunday. And Sunday Super Bowl. And I got to prepare, even though I have my baseball hat. I'm waiting for baseball season to hopefully start. We'll see what happens with the labor negotiations between the union and the owners, because I'm excited for my Mets. And I'm excited for, well, baseball was my first love, and uh, football was my second. But football is my number one love when it comes to sports. So, anyways, I'm the Right Rican. Hope you enjoyed my video. If you can, please like and subscribe and share if you see fit. And interact with me on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Gab, Telegram. You name it, I got it. Okay. That being said, have a good one.